To a perplexed world came a new year. In London, 5,000 revellers greeted 1948 at the Chelsea Arts Ball. The Scots pipers herald the New Year's first hour. From the roof, thousands of balloons shower down as the peak of the night's celebrations is reached. Everybody seemed to be there. Spanish ladies, Cossacks, cowboys, noblemen, and spivs, all to welcome 1948. The theme of the ball was baroque, but there were few signs of even a mild orgy this year. "25 bars open from 10 till 5, so 10,000 bottles of beer at 2 shillings a time. With spirits at 5 bob a nip, supplies never ran out. But the merrymakers, who paid 3 guineas and upward for their tickets, thought it all well worthwhile. The new look seems to have come to the Arts Ball too. For the first time ever, the accent was on more clothes rather than less. To the music of 3 bands, the 5,000 danced on and on. A few dozen policemen in fancy Cossack costumes saw to it that things didn't get out of hand. Dancing went on till nearly 5 o'clock. The new year, whatever it held in store for Britain, at least it had a joyous birth. New Year's Eve 1947 saw Britain deep in snow. This year it was New York's turn. Sweeping in from the Atlantic without warning, a blinding blizzard catches the city unprepared. Starting early in the morning, the storm whips up to a fall of 3 inches an hour by mid-afternoon. Thousands of New Yorkers are snowbound in the fiercest blizzard for 60 years. Traffic skids to a halt on frozen roads. "16 hours brought 25 inches of snow. 15,000 men and 2,000 pieces of equipment dig the city out of a storm even New Yorkers won't forget for a long time. The old year's closing days brought tragedy to New Zealand. All Christchurch mourns the death of 41 citizens burned alive in a city store fire. 13 large lorries carry wreaths sent from all over the Dominion and overseas. At Ruru Lawn Cemetery, the bereaved await the last chapter of a grim story as the burial takes place. The Prime Minister, the Governor-General and Cabinet Chiefs are among the mourners. It was a sobering start to 1948 in New Zealand. The first days of the new year saw opera singer Margaret Truman back at Washington's White House after her nationwide concert tour. In her father's office, the president's 26-year-old daughter talked to the press about her tour, which netted nearly £100,000.
After 25 concerts, Miss Margaret, could you summarize for us what you've learned about singing and about people?
I've learned a great deal about singing, getting audience reactions to various songs that I sing on my program. I always did think people were nice, but after I've been on this tour, I know they are.
Have the Secret Service men bothered you much on tour?
Well, they follow me on tour, but they don't go with me on my dates.
Do you want to take a bet on that?
Oh, I'm positive they don't. I put my foot down on that in the beginning.
Any new romances, Miss Truman?
No, none at all.
What's the significance of that ring you're wearing?
Oh, that's the ring Mother and Dad gave me for graduation. I'd better put it back on the other finger quick.
Margaret, how about this famous crack of your father's, I'd rather have children than a prima donna, grandchildren?
20 months after the trial of the Japanese warlords opened, ironically enough in Tokyo's war ministry, there was still no sign of the final stages. 25 political and military leaders, including 4 ex-prime ministers, stand accused of crimes against peace and humanity. Outside the courtrooms, the prisoners camouflage their real feelings with a phony philosophical veneer. The central figure is General Hideki Tojo, Prime Minister at the outbreak of war, here with ex-envoy Sato. Recently, Tojo relieved himself of the opinion that war was no crime, but rather a point of view. When arrested by American troops, Tojo made an unsuccessful suicide attempt. Today, after 30 months of American-style rations, Tojo, ex-Foreign Minister Shigemitsu, and his fellow prisoners have all gained in weight, some of them more than a stone. Also standing trial are Okanori Kaya, Tojo's finance minister, and bearded Jaro Minami, former war minister. General MacArthur wants to sign Japan's peace treaty this year. Before that, the world has an account to settle.